Good afternoon and welcome to this truly historic event today. I am so thankful to Hugh and Nancy Elliott for not only their incredible contribution, but for dialing up one of the most extraordinary weather days that I've experienced here in Michigan. Faculty, staff, students, alumni, retirees, faithful supporters, and friends, we are pleased to have you with us today for this dedication of the Elliott Tower, which so beautifully accentuates the Oakland University skyline. Truly, it is the icon of the institution. What a fitting way to honor the way our campus community has grown, diversified, reached historic milestones, and garnered higher acclaim than ever before. We have so much to celebrate today. There are so many people to acknowledge for this success, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge a number of individuals and groups who helped make this day and Oakland's success possible. We have with us today a number of individuals, and as I say your name, would you please stand? Oakland University Board of Trustees Chair Mark Schlessel, Vice Chair Richard DeVore, Trustee Richard Flynn, Trustee Michael Kramer, and Trustee Ronald Robinson. Trustees Emeriti, Ganesh Reddy, Henry Baskin, Dennis Pauley, James Sharp, L. Brooks Patterson, Jay Shaw, and President's Cabinet members that are here with us today, James Lentini, Eric Barrett, John Began, Rochelle Black, Patricia Dawley, Glenn McIntosh, Betty Youngblood, and Victor Zambarla. Key university facilities management personnel are here with us as well and include Terry Stolzheimer, John Harlema, Steve Zemich, and George Preisinger. University partners in this endeavor include the Barton Malo Company, Frank Fritzen, founder of Royal Belfry Pettit and Fritzen, who has come all the way from the Netherlands to behold the last carillon he will build. It is worth noting that his family had perfected the art of bell casting over 350 years ago, which translates into 16 generations. Bell installers Jim and Tim Verdon of the Verdon Company and Niagara Murano Architect. Well, please give them your round of applause and appreciation. We are here, of course, to acknowledge the Elliott family, who have made countless generous, visionary, and indelible contributions to the evolution of this university. That evolution began with Oakland University's founding through the Matilda Dodge Wilson's gift of 1,500 acres and $2 million. A burgeoning history and culture of philanthropy followed with thoughtful and important gifts from many esteemed supporters, and many of you are here today, and we want to acknowledge you as well. These altruistic community members have named buildings, crafted countless opportunities for our students, including scholarships, endowed professorships for our faculty. They've created institutes and centers, and they have built world-class golf courses and a clubhouse. And of course, they've provided research funds for our undergraduate, graduate students, and our faculty to do the kind of research that really will signify the important contributions this institution makes to the economy of Michigan and beyond. As you can see, this culture endures today, I think, with the Hugh Elliott's magnificent gift before us. Nancy truly had a vision. In light of all they have given to this community, their legacy is unquestionably woven into the fabric of Oakland University. Hugh, Nancy, and Chad, would you please stand and be recognized for your tremendous generosity and friendship? Thank you so much. I would like now to invite Oakland University's board chair, Mark Schlessel, to the podium to share his thoughts on the meaning and importance of today's dedication. Mark?
Thank you, Dr. Hind. This is really an auspicious moment for this university. As I was sitting down, Hugh Elliott made a very profound and interesting comment to me. He said, "This is no longer a small university. This is a national institution." And frankly, I think this is a profoundly transitional moment for this university because of the Elliots, because of Hugh, Nancy, and Chad, because of their commitment to higher education. I think we see the fruits of their labors being translated into a remarkable monument to the transition of this university. President John Kennedy said, "Let us think of education as a means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream which fulfilled can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation." Certainly, the gift of the Elliots reflects this profound statement. The faculty, students, and alumni and the benefactors of Oakland University really reflect the dignity of what we're doing at this point in time today. It was this perspective in mind that we reflect on the admiration for what preceded this gift. As Dr. Hind alluded to the fact, Matilda Dodge Wilson wrote a formal proposal to found this university in 1956. And from that proposal, we have what we are seeing today, this magnificent and remarkable entity. From my perspective, from the students' perspective, as far as I can see it, the Elliott Tower will serve as a centerpiece of building a campus with character that will inspire our students to live the college experience and not to just digitize it. I think this is going to be a great gathering place, as Nancy Elliott has alluded to. It's going to be a remarkable place where students are going to gather, where faculty is going to gather. It's a center point for our university. And the carillon itself is a very interesting metaphor as far as I can tell. Each separate note is produced by an individual bell. Played together, they make beautiful music. This is a metaphor for college and for life. We work together, we retain our individual persona, yet working together, we make great music. And I'm sure that this university is going to continue to grow and prosper because of the unique gifts of individuals such as the Elliots, who understand the value of what we have here to build upon, to build the next generation of great Americans, because this is a truly remarkable country, a truly remarkable state, and we have truly remarkable benefactors. I deeply appreciate, from the board's perspective, the generosity and commitment of the Elliots to this great university. Thank you.
my name is Annie Meinberg, and I'm the president of the student body here. I can honestly say that I have been waiting all year for today's dedication. This has been my favorite construction project on campus, and here's why. We are finding and creating our identity at Oakland University. The Elliott Tower represents more than an aesthetic enhancement to our campus. It provides a focal point of unity and inspires enthusiasm among our Golden Grizzlies. The tower is now the center of campus life, perfectly located for all walks of life to come together. The sidewalks that lead up to the Elliott Tower draw business students coming from the Elliott Hall to meet up with health science students coming from the Human Health Building. Engineering students from the new Engineering Center walk around campus to meet up with student athletes coming from the arena. With this beautiful campus monument, we're fostering a united community. On social media, I constantly see students posting photographs of the Elliott Tower and suggesting a sort of ownership. This is their university, their campus, and now they take ownership of this tower. On a Twitter page dedicated to the Elliott Tower, I've seen jokes about dressing up as Big Ben for Halloween, comments mentioning Aunt Nancy and Uncle Hugh, and my personal favorite, a rendition of Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline using the words Sweet Caroline. The student body vice president, Liz Iwanski, and I were given the very special privilege of touring the Elliott Tower earlier this summer. From the top, the view is amazing. Seeing the Detroit skyline from here is unbelievable. Best of all, you can see our campus in its entirety. This is the place that Oakland University students call home. This is where we live and explore. This is where we make friendships and succeed. This is OU. I want to thank the Elliott family for being role models when it comes to generosity and strengthening our community. And I, for one, will absolutely be fulfilling Nancy Elliott's vision from the start of this project. I will be telling my fellow students to meet me at the tower. Nancy, Hugh, and Chad, thank you so very much. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Oakland University's Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. James Lentini, a highly distinguished scholar and academic administrator with numerous accolades for academic program development, fundraising, student success initiatives, diversifying faculty, staff, and student bodies, and championing the visual and performing arts. Dr. Lentini is also a renowned classical guitarist and composer. In fact, he has composed an original piece of music specifically for the Elliott Tower and today's dedication ceremony. To tell us more about it, please help me welcome Dr. James Lentini.
Thank you, Annie. It's a real honor to be in front of you today. Provost by day, composer by night. I do find time to do this kind of work when asked, of course, and was quite honored when Dennis Curry, who's the gentleman you saw playing on the screen there, was working and consulting on this project. He's a very experienced part of the Guild of Carillonneurs, which is a national organization. He was starting to talk to us about the fact that these kinds of events are auspicious and that they really require a new piece of music, a premiere of music, and that he could start looking for famous composers to perhaps compose a piece. Somehow, it ended up on me, and I'm not sure if he got his wish, but I am really honored to be here to do this. So I would like us to acknowledge both our musicians, Ken Cresci, who directed the brass ensemble, and Dennis Curry. A couple of other names to mention, because this took a lot of work to be here today with what you're seeing. And Dean Kevin Corcoran helped quite a bit as we were planning and unrolling all the plans for the Carillon, as did Jackie Wiggins, who's the chair of the music theater and dance area. And what you need to know is this is, of course, a wonderful physical structure, an aesthetically beautiful structure. It's also a sophisticated musical instrument. And the kind of detail it took to get this here and to make this instrument work as it does is quite amazing. And so that you know this, we not only have the instrument that's, I counted them, 77 steps up, and the screen all saved us a lot of trouble, by the way, to see him playing the instrument. But we also have a practice instrument that's over in O'Dowd Hall. So this instrument will allow students to be able to learn how to play this instrument. So we thank the Elliots for this gift, which will allow a new instrument also to be learned and performed on this campus. So a little bit about the music. These bells, and I was honored to find out that Mr. Fritsen is here from the Netherlands. who has 16 generations of founding these bells. He's here with us today. And just a little bit of information about those bells. The lowest one, a low C, weighs 5,000 pounds. So I made sure to write a lot of notes for that low C. You'll hear it in the piece a little bit. And so a little bit about the music that you will hear. I think that I heard the word meaning before, and the meaning of this tower, and it is so true that this will add community to this campus. But more than that, meaning for the whole university as we seek our future. I think that this is something very important for us, and the tower really is a great symbol for us. So it got me thinking, as I was thinking about writing the piece, well, how could I incorporate Oakland University? How could I embed the idea of Oakland University into the piece of music, as well as the Elliots? So here's how these two things came about. Many of you, even on your program cover, you see a symbol often. Many of you who know OU, you see the symbol of the sail. And that sail, if you didn't know, is actually refers to something early in OU's history, and refers also to our motto. Our motto here, Seguir virtute e conoscenza, translated from Italian is seek virtue and knowledge. And what that comes from is Ulysses, in Dante's Inferno, makes a comment to his men that says that, seek virtue and knowledge. And this sail represents Ulysses' sail from his ship as they were going on to seek virtue and knowledge. So the title of the piece, Ulysses' Sail, is that reference to Oakland University. To get the Elliots into this piece, here's how we thought about this, or how I thought about this. Many of you who've taken musical lessons in your past know that the musical alphabet goes from A through G. So if you're going to do something like Bach did in his music, and he often put his own name in his music, the letters B-A-C-H. H, German, in German, actually an H is a B natural, so he had a natural letter to find. I was trying to work with Elliot. It's a different challenge. We don't have an L, we don't have an I, we don't have a T. But what I did was I took E, which is on the keyboard, no problem. The L we get very easily when we use solfeggio. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We get an L there. We get an I from the syllable T. T-I, so we get an I out of that. We get an O from do, so we get this, and as I put this together, I made a little melody that is the motto of the Elliott name in this, and I asked Dennis if he'd just plunk those notes out for me, if he can hear me. So that is the Elliott theme that you will hear midway through the piece. It starts off like a celebration, because I think this day is a celebration. Starts out that way. The Elliott theme takes over the middle part of the piece. We come back to the celebration at the end. Again, I couldn't be more honored to have written this piece. I have a dedicated score here for Hugh and Nancy. I'm going to give him one right now, and I do expect him to follow along in the score. And I do thank Dennis Curry for all the work he's done on this. So I hope you enjoy the music.
That was absolutely incredible. And I feel honored to be here today, as I know all of you do, on what truly is a memorable and very historic moment, I think, in Oakland University's history. Will all of you once again help me acknowledge and congratulate our carillionaire, Dennis Curry, for that excellent performance. And it goes without saying that we have an extraordinary provost leading the academic enterprise here at our institution, one who is not only very talented and creative, but is an extraordinary composer as well. Jim, thank you as well. Since the early 1990s, after a friend of Hugh and Nancy Elliott introduced them to OU, by way of the spirited athletic programs that we have here, the couple have offered limitless friendships. In fact, their philanthropy has been both extensive and significant to the growth and success of this institution, with the gifts ranging from athletic team and facility support to an array of scholarships and a critical contribution to the R. Hugh and Nancy Elliott Hall of Business and Information Technology. The Elliott's family history of generosity is truly overwhelming. And of course, their legacy of friendship continues today. Recently, Nancy Elliott had an idea that became a passion, the Elliott Tower. By her own accord and on her own accord, she conducted extensive research ranging from the style of architecture to the creation of the 49 bells. It was Nancy who found the Verdun Company of Cincinnati, the oldest bell and clock company in the United States, to design and install the bells that you have just heard. The Elliots have made this day possible. With gratitude and tremendous respect, I am proud to invite them to share their thoughts with you today. Hugh and Nancy.
Good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for coming to share a very special day for Nancy, I, and Chad, and the university. Nancy and I have shared many things with the people in the university community, and over the years, we fell in love with this university approximately 15 years ago. In many ways, it's been a hidden jewel in the region and through the state. The beauty of this campus is incredible. The academic, the cultural, the athletic programs the university offers is on the rise. We've just hired a new athletic director that started about 4 weeks ago. We're excited for Jeff. The research, innovation, and the creative work of the faculty and students, we've arrived. This is Oakland University. This isn't a local second choice university. This is a national research first choice university. Nancy and I are thrilled to see the university becoming less and less a hidden jewel. We are thrilled to have the opportunity to contribute to the evolution of this school. You may wonder why we have such a passion for this place. Well, we have come to consider this an extension of our home over the years. We believe today will mark the beginning of a new tradition and the start of Oakland University. One that will bring back the old, the new students, the faculty, the community friends that live here in Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills. We're delighted to dedicate this tower to Oakland University and the Oakland University community today. In so many ways, on so many occasions, Nancy and I can see members of the community saying, "Meet me at the towers." The day we came to the university about a half an hour early, and we saw 100+ students wearing the t-shirts, "Meet you at the tower." We're gonna meet you at the tower one night. We see this site as a relaxation, a quiet reflection, exciting campus activities, and perhaps even an honored tradition to come. Now, each of you students with us today, we hope you will consider that you might do for OU when you find the success and prosperity that awaits you. We hope you'll make the very important decision to remain here in the state of Michigan, to contribute to the revitalization of our state, our county, and we hope to have you remain involved in the university. We challenge the students and each person in the audience to think about what you can contribute to the university in the future, whether it might be time, treasure, or the talents you all have. Call it karma, whatever you wish. But when you give of yourself, it comes back to you in many positive ways. The fact that all of you are here today shows us what a special example this is. Thank you so much. We hope you will enjoy this tower for the generations to come. Now I'll let the person who had the dream speak.
He basically said it all, but the best thing I saw today was all the students being here in their t-shirts, really excited about this, and that's what we want. We want the students to be proud of their university and to want to be a part of it. And this, I think, Meet at the Tower is awesome. I think you'll find that in the spring, you're gonna love the fountain. We didn't put any steps there, and I can't tell you what might happen. So I hope you have some fun, but be careful. But anyhow, what Hugh said is true. We want you to enjoy it, to love it as much as we've grown to love it. And don't forget it, when you graduate, you can come back. You can do so much for this university. It doesn't have to be monetarily anything. Just give time and also brag about your school. Let other people know how proud you are of the school. This tower will bring the community together, and I want you to enjoy all of that. So thank you for being here. Bye.
Thank you so much, Hugh, Nancy, and Chad. You are truly cherished friends of this community and individuals whose thoughtfulness and vision and dedication will be remembered, I think, for generations to come. Thank you all for making this dedication, as well as the inaugural fall homecoming and reunion weekend, what will surely be a high point, I think, in Oakland University history. To bring this ceremony to a grand conclusion, I think all of you will appreciate a carillon finale performance by our carillonneur, Dennis Curry. Thank you all for coming, and please enjoy the reception and the inaugural concert and reception following. Thank you all very much for coming. you.